Hello everyone of dear learners of class 9 and 10. Assalamu alaikum. You are watching online class presented by Insaf Ahmed Abdullah, the assistant headmaster of Balijiri FM High School. I hope you might be happy and well by the grace of Allah. I also hope you might be careful about your health and sanitation, as we the human beings are passing a very critical time because of the epidemic form of COVID-19. Anyway, let's get started our lesson. In our day-to-day life, while using any sentence of any language, we find different types of sentences structurally. For example, there are three sentences here. If we get the first sentence, we find one subject and only one finite verb. But in the second one, there are two subjects, two finite verbs, and there is a conjunction and. Similarly, in the third one, if we analyze the sentence, we also get two subjects, two finite verbs, and there is a conjunction, so that. In this way, we find different types of structures of different sentences. So, dear learners, can you guess what we are going to learn about? Try to guess. I think you can understand what we are going to learn about, and that is simple, compound and complex. And complex. Actually, in the question paper, you are asked to change from sentence to sentence. But if you want to interchange the sentences easily and properly, you have to learn about some important factors, some important grammatical points. I will discuss them for you in brief one by one. At first, we come to finite and non-finite form of verbs. Here you look, to plus verb, verb plus ing, past participle form of verbs. All these forms of verbs are in a non-finite form. But except all the three forms of the verbs, all other forms of verbs are in a finite form. For example, to go, going, gone, if you want to change the non-finite form of go, the probable finite form of the verb should be go, and, can go, will go, should go, etc. It will depend on the number, tense, persons. Actually, you have to change from finite into non-finite or non-finite into finite while changing a simple into compound and complex, or a compound and complex one into a simple one. So you should have a good idea about the using of non-finite and finite forms of verb. We should have a good idea about coordinating and subordinating clause to change any sentence. What's coordinating conjunction? Coordinating conjunction is the conjunction which joins words, phrases, clauses of equal rank. How? Karim and Rahim. Here we find two names of person, Karim and Rahim. Two words. The two names of persons have been joined with a conjunction and. So and is a coordinating conjunction. Here also we find in the second sentence and. It has joined two similar clauses. We work hard, we can attain success. The two clauses are of same rank, equal rank, and they have been joined with the conjunction and. But or otherwise nor and are the examples of coordinating conjunction. Subordinating conjunction. The conjunction which joins one or more dependent clauses with an independent clause is called a subordinating conjunction. Here in the third sentence we find that so that is a subordinating conjunction because we get a dependent clause, we get another we work hard is an independent clause, and the dependent clause has been joined with work hard with the conjunction so that. So it is a subordinating conjunction. We also get other examples of subordinating conjunctions: unless, if, since, as, because, etc. Then we have to discuss about clause. Clause. What is clause? Clause is the group of words. It has one subject, one finite verb. There are mainly two types of clauses. They are dependent and independent. Dependent clause. The clause which cannot complete a sentence meaningfully is called a dependent clause. It has to depend upon another clause. How? If we analyze the third sentence, we saw that we work hard so that we can attain success. So that we can attain success, if we use the clause separately, independently, it cannot complete a sentence meaningfully. So we can say that so that we can attain success is a dependent clause. Independent clause, the clause which does not need to depend upon any clause. It can independently make a sentence meaningfully. Here we find we work hard. If we separately use it has a complete meaning. So we can say we work hard is an independent clause. Then we have to know about the definition and structure of the sentence. We should know what is compound, what is simple, what is compound, what is complex sentence, and their structure. Simple sentence consists of an independent clause. The sentence which has only one subject, one finite verb is called a simple sentence. Then we come to compound sentence. If two or more equal rank of clauses are joined or combined with coordinating conjunction, it is called a compound sentence. Again I tell you, if two, we work hard, we can attain success. They are of equal rank of clause. We work hard is an independent clause. We can attain success is an independent clause. The two clauses have been joined with a coordinating conjunction. So it is a compound sentence. Compound sentence exists at least two subjects and two finite verbs and one or more coordinating conjunction. Then we come to complex sentence. In a complex sentence, we find that there is an independent clause. There may have one or more dependent clause. So we can define the complex sentence in this way. If one or more dependent clauses are combined with an independent clause with a subordinating clause, we can call it a complex sentence. Complex sentence consists of at least two subjects, two finite verbs, and there should have a subordinating conjunction. Then we also have to have a clear idea, a good idea about function of the sentences. How we work hard to attain success. Here we get two functions. We work hard is a function, working hard is a function. It is the precondition of attaining success. Here we, in this way, we find two functions, working hard, attaining success. Similarly, we also get two functions in the compound and complex. So dear learners, if you have a clear idea about all the factors I have already discussed, you can easily and properly interchange the sentences. So no more now. In the next part, I will show you how we can interchange the sentences. Keep ready for the next time. Allah Hafiz.